down, but sometimes you figure it out and you start swearing less, and then sometimes you figure out how to do a cold open, because that's right, resident cold openers back, baby. That's right. I listened to the podcasts I listened to most of the I skipped through the podcast that I wasn't on because I missed like 6 of them. So it's kind of a lot.
Yeah, it was
like,
a lot.
Yeah, I didn't really put that together. Kind of biting me in the ass at work. I'm working 12. I'm not gonna lie, being gone for a whole month kind of sucks. But work sucks in general. So who gives a shit? I'm Reed Wilson. I'm your host of the FKA the podcast, back from Nippon, Japan, the land of the rising sun. Back in the good old USA, and I'm joined by Seth Butler and Trent Tatum, who never left the United States. Been here the whole time.
We've been
Roll
recording. Yeah, we've been here chained to our
make sure everything doesn't fall apart.
Yeah, we've been doing a good job at that. Everything's fine since you left, Reed. Nothing bad happened.
They let you back in though, so we did our job.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty easy to get on the back end. Had to wait in line. Good ad for global entry, but I don't use it enough. Global entry is like TSA pre-check. You get to skip customs or whatever at the end. This lady in front of me couldn't understand that as an American, why did she have to go through all this shit? And I was like, wow, lady, you're dumb. Like, it's like, well, we just went to the UK and Canada or whatever, and we never, had to do all this shit. And it's like,
I'm from here, but that you have to go through this so that they know that you're from here. You know?
Yeah, how they don't know that you're from here. You could just be a white person. Like, that's how it is.
Nice.
But back to work. Speaking of business, you guys got anything?
I do, man. I'm drinking some Bodhi's.
Oh, nice. Bodhi's Vaha, huh? Instead of Bodhi's Vata. Or Bodhi's. Is that like a Bodhisattva, huh? Not a Bodhi's Vata?
I don't know what that is, but I'm sure we
stay tuned.
said this the last time I had.
Yeah, we've talked about this one several times. Yeah, I've got some business. I just finished a Diet Cola generic from Harris Teeter.
Petite Cola.
I'm still on my not having had full calorie, full sugar soda at all this year. Nary a one.
Wow.
I haven't had I've had a lemonade or whatever.
It was a sugarless night over here.
Yeah. Well, I've also got this, obviously the Ryan Stellhorn Memorial Fireball Cinnamon Whiskey shots out of the Christmas coffee mug. And I've got the rest of a bottle of wine as well. Vignoble Touraine Sauvignon Blanc.
Young Jozu.
That's right. Yes, exactly. Yeah. What about you, Reed? What are you drinking?
I got Dr. Pepper Zero. I've got Gatorade Zero. And I've got water H20.
H20.
H20. A little H20.
Yeah, nice.
That's cool. Oh, well, you know what? I did have a new Coke flavor recently.
Oh.
So I might as well talk about it right now at the top of the show. I was a little bit inspired by Reed's trip to Japan. So I went to my local Asian market and found a peach-flavored Coke that was fully in Japanese.
Oh, wow.
It was amazing. It was cool. Funny thing though was it was like a regular sized bottle. I guess maybe it was like a half-liter situation.
Okay.
16 ounces.
Yeah,
for
right.
our imperial folks.
So
for the listeners,
it was a solid 16 ounces, but one serving was 100 milliliters.
Oh,
which is
that's like a tenth of the or a fifth of the liquid, or not a lot.
It's like 3 1/3 ounces.
It's like a
It
sip,
was like,
a
hey,
big sip.
This is only 50 calories per serving.
Per gulp.
Yeah.
Just limit your gulps on this one.
It was kind of funny, but it was delicious, man.
That's
it.
Wow, it's cool looking.
Yeah.
Trying to see the nutrition facts on it.
Wow.
I brought back. That's all my candies
Chinese,
upstairs.
I guess, not Japanese. Oops.
Oh, is it China? No, it says Japanese. That one says China, but one of them said there. Right? One of them said they're
Japanese.
Japanese.
They're all
There's
over.
Chinese and there's Japanese peach Coke, I guess. I don't know. The peaches are a big thing right now. I bought a bunch of haichu. I bought a bunch of candy for on my last day. I spent like 12,500 yen on candy, which sounds a lot more impressive than $80. Like,
That's still a lot of money to spend on candy. I feel
but well, because I got this is gift candy. Like, ooh, it's in a little box that looks like Mount Fuji. Ooh, look, this one says Japan on it. So like that way, because like, hey, I know I was gone for 19 days, but here's some candy. And it's like make up for it. So like I was it's like work. I spent a lot of money at this store called Don Quixote. I'll bring it up, and basically it has everything. It just has all the stuff, and it's really good when you're about to leave because they have everything. And everything, by the way, in Japan you can get tax free up to. Like if you spend 5,500 yen. Yeah, specialize Japan, I guess, real quick.
That's kind of hilarious that it's a Japanese store called Don Quixote.
Yeah, and it's got this little penguin guy, Don Pen. This is Don Pen. Everything in Japan's got a mascot. They love cute little mascot guys. So like my camera roll is filled with like, oh look, it's a little sushi guy. Oh look, it's a tofu dude. Look at this guy. Look at this octopus that's here. And look, he's cute now. Oh, this toaster ad has a little toaster mascot. Oh, Copper Coon is selling you wires or some shit. I don't know. But Copper Coon is a real person. I got, or not a real person, a real mascot thing for some kind of ad. It's in Japanese, so I didn't understand what it was on, but it was on the TV in the taxi that I took. But
Nice.
so they sell everything at Don Quixote, and it's like, and most stores in Japan, if you spend 5,500 yen, which is I don't know, like $40, like about, you can get it tax free. So you get like 8% off. So
how does that work for, I don't really, doesn't affect me, but how is the government of Japan making any money here from overfishing?
Yeah, well, no, because we go in there, right, and we bring our American dollar and spend our American dollar. Well,
yeah,
we trade our dollars for yens, and we spend a lot more. Yeah, I spend a lot of shit. Like we're introducing new money into the market. I don't know if you ever took like an econ class or seen the little diagram where like, oh, you paid $1 to this guy, and then they needed $1. And it goes around, and like $1 is actually worth like $20 to the community. So they realize, oh, after 5,500 yen cents or whatever, they can just kind of. It's kind of good.
You pay tax on everything, and then just not any tax above that number, or you don't pay tax at all on the transaction.
You pay 5,500 yen, and then they either take it off the total, or they give you a little slip, and you go somewhere and you get a rebate.
Wow!
And it's like around the corner or something. Huh. Yeah,
Dude, Seth loves a rebate, dude.
Loves a rebate.
Yeah, I was just telling Trent how I filled out 80 brackets this year to enter into all of the potential sweepstakes. And you might have heard me entering into other sweepstakes on the pod, one of the pods that you weren't on. How do you think we handled the evil Power Master this go around?
You know what? I didn't listen to the whole thing, so I thought we handled it perfectly. So I frankly didn't need to change it at all because I thought we did it right the first time.
Okay, right.
Well, we took the appropriate avenues this time.
We did. We won.
I think next time, I'd be more interested to see how we do with the alien kid or whatever, like the kid that drank the jelly or whatever and got really big.
Yeah. Curse of the purple peanut butter or whatever.
Yeah, sure. Yeah,
we'll combine them. We'll combine them together. We'll flip-flop back and forth.
But I thought you guys did a bang-up job.
Thanks.
Where was I going here? Yeah, so I bought like $80 worth of candy because it's like, oh shit, I forgot to get this person a real gift. You gotta get some. You're getting some exclusive haichu, or you're getting Kit Kats in a Mount Fuji box. You're getting some like you're getting nice box of Kit Kat because it's cheap too. It wasn't all candy. I also bought a couple like some bullshit chopsticks for other kids.
Yeah.
Dude, I had been seeing, I think after we talked about you going on your trip on a previous pod, I started getting fed TikToks for people going to Japan and like making things like going to a craft thing, like making chopsticks, or like making art prints. I even saw one where somebody was like making their own pair of denim jeans. It was crazy,
What?
dude.
Bro,
Yeah.
I never making my own jeans. I don't like. I don't want to make my. I don't like. I can buy clothes, bro. I'm not trying to make my own clothes.
Yeah, it was
I get it can be like therapeutic doing like the crochet thing or like you fucking around with the needles and stuff, but like
yeah.
miss me. Like I don't want to do that. I don't just
I think maybe
buy
it was more like picking the color or the dye or whatever and
Oh,
picking
okay. Like
his
they're not.
embroidery on
You're
the
not
front
like.
pocket and stuff. Yeah.
Not gonna lie. I don't know how jeans are made. Like, is it like a spool type thing? How do you make
Yeah,
denim?
I don't know how denim is made, but
Boom, boom. You gotta watch. I gotta watch one of those videos.
yeah.
This is how they make denim.
This is how they make it.
But I was
Man.
I was thinking it would have been cool if you made your own chopsticks, man. That feels
Yeah.
reasonable.
I bought some metal chopsticks a few years ago, so I could put them
Yeah.
through the dishwasher.
That's a good idea. I need to invest in chopsticks.
Yeah, I'm glad I like had practiced chopsticks at home for my entire life. Otherwise, it would have been tough going there. Like I used a fork maybe twice.
Yeah. It's kind of
It
funny.
could be embarrassing too. Just like not being able to do it. You got all these people looking at you.
But I was trying to think like they're definitely not. I can use a fork with my left hand. I can't use chopsticks with my left hand. Like I bet they can't either. So like they get like tendonitis with the carp. They get the carp in the fingers on the right hand. They're toast. Like what are they? They're gonna start
Yeah.
dog bowling.
I guess you could just you could do a spoon still or maybe you just use a hand. I don't know because it requires some coordination for sure. The chopstick.
Yeah, there's a lot of just like pick up the cup and drink the soup action going on too, which is not bad. Had a lot of miso soup. If you were to ask me what I had the most of, that's what I had the most of. But I was popping off on Instagram. I had tons of Instagram story stuff. So if you looked at them, you saw what I did. If you didn't,
Did you highlight
What the
them?
fuck?
Or are they still there in some form or fashion?
no, I got to go do 19 days of stories. I got to go and retroactively like I don't even know how that. I'm new to the Instagram thing. I'm a Snapchat guy because I can meme on Snapchat a lot more. I feel like I don't know why, but I feel like on Instagram I got to be like a little more prim and proper. Not LinkedIn, but like.
Yeah.
I'm trying. No, I'm not shit posting on Snapchat. I'm shit posting.
I feel I feel like you should try to Snapchat Instagram because I get on Snapchat and there's like nobody's on Snapchat anymore. So like I just there's not. I feel like that place doesn't really exist for me anymore. I get on there, there are like 2 stories that I click through, and then it shows me, one of the Snapchat.
You go.
news
You
things.
talking about Bop House?
Yeah, it shows me the Bop House, and I'm like, whoa, not right now.
I'm at work, bro.
No, but it is crazy how you flip to the Snapchat Discover page or whatever, and it's like, just like women in bikinis and stuff all the time.
Yeah.
I don't know what you're talking about, man.
Yeah, I will not show you my For You page on Instagram. Or whatever.
No,
The Explore page.
You can't go there in public because it's like, wow.
Wow.
Like,
Okay,
what did
so
I
it's
do to get this?
it is just sexually provocative or sexually evocative. I don't know. Very
Yeah, I think that they know
pictures.
Instagram, that they know that we are, men of a certain age. And so they're like, we know.
So they're just like blasting the algorithm. They're not even like thinking that hard on the algorithm. They're just blasting it.
I don't think so.
They're
People
like,
think
this
that-
guy has one picture of a woman on his I don't know what's it called, your homepage.
Dude, the homepage.
Profile?
This is not to be like a whole gripe on
He
Instagram
probably
thing,
likes looking at a bunch of other ones.
but it's like they're the explore the For You page on it, or like your following page blows. I know this is like ISIS cold take, like a super cold take, probably.
Yeah.
But like I've been transitioning off X because it just makes me angry by design.
Yes.
So it's like, well, I don't want. That's manipulative as hell. Yeah, so I downloaded Threads finally just because I kept accidentally clicking the threads that are in Instagram. And it's like, hey, you want to open this in Instagram? Like, or open this in Threads? Motherfucker, no. Open it there. You showed it to me. It's like... And the Instagram notes is fucking confusing. Like, it just gives me a notification because someone put a notes there. Like, I don't know what I did to get these people notes, but like 2 people are the only people I see ever making notes. But every time they make a note, I get a little icon in the top right, and it's mildly inconvenient.
Yeah, I'm not sure I know what the note is.
Well, it's about peek your notes app or peek your notes section once the FK of the pod will be sliding in your notes.
We'll put a note up. I'm gonna do a note right now. DM us if you want us to talk about anything on this pod tonight. So so I was popping off on Instagram, so I have to go back and like apparently it saves them all, and you can like and you can like highlight them. I never did any of that because I wasn't doing anything interesting for a couple of years. I was just like going to work and then being trapped in for the pandemic, so I didn't I never really explored. But so that I did a lot Instagram. I did a lot of Instagram. I did a lot of Pokemon Go, but like only for it took me like 10 days to realize like, oh, I should be playing some Pokemon Go. I could catch a Farfetch'd or something because like that's exclusive. I remember that from 2016 that you can't catch Farfetch'd. All of the dudes are in there now. There's like there's a million guys now. Yeah.
And fucking and there's shit everywhere, like the little Pokestop things where you like spin the thing and get the Pokeballs and all that stuff. You remember 8 years ago?
Yeah.
But like now I'm come back home and there's ain't nothing. I could sneeze and I'd be hitting a Pokestop, but now it's like I gotta walk like 7-10 minutes to get to a Pokestop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. I don't know. I think we covered this briefly on the podcast, but Pokemon Go is now owned by Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, it feels bad, but
they gave you a
Farfetch'd, bro. And they gave me a shot. They gave me some shinies, bro. I'm just like finding shiny dudes around.
Yeah.
Like, I guess the Saudi money not that bad. Also, it's like, what am I gonna do? Could corporations own everything?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen The Good Place. I'm not at fault here.
Yeah, no. Yeah, do your best. You know, that's all you can do.
Am I supposed to be controlling of the supply chain, bro? Get out of here.
It's not my fault they had oil and have since, gotten all this money.
Yeah, they had a good spawn point. I don't know. They had a good seed. They're
camping their spawn point.
Yeah, but they got a good strategy. They're just hoarding resources. Okay, hey, shit, maybe we got a Zerg rush them, but we haven't figured that out yet.
Well, we tried, I think.
That's a StarCraft joke. We're still working on it, okay? We're still working on it.
God.
Where's the... These people are doing the...
In Springfield.
Yeah.
Oh.
I gotta update my shit. Yeah.
I'm sure
that was nice. I was unplugged. For the most part, except for the whole security texting thing.
Signal
Because that one, like...
That one's kind of like...
That's very close. That's kind of close to what I do all the time. And it's like, well, these motherfuckers, what are you doing? If I did that shit, I'd be fired. I'd go to jail for 5 years.
Or at least there'd be some investigation or something rather than just like,
Yeah, deal with it. Yeah, deal with it. Bro's probably wearing blue, like... Probably brings his Bluetooth headphones in and his phone into places he's not allowed to. I wish I could do that shit too. It's inconvenient. That's my biggest gripe with the current administration is that these guys should be held to similar standards in which I am, and they're not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
I have some issues on the economy.
Speaking of speaking of tariffs, bro, these tariffs are affecting my Nintendo Switch prices, bro. The new Nintendo Switch got announced today. I don't know if you guys were paying attention. Comes out Nintendo Switch. Stanley Statucci is coming out July, I think, or July 5th. So stay tuned when I pay $1,000, which is $500 above market price, because someone's gonna scalp the fuck out of it.
Oh no!
But stay tuned. You'll be fucking boots on the ground. I'll get one of these motherfuckers.
Boots on the ground.
And we playing my new Switch with the thing. We playing the Donkey Kong game and breaking shit.
Yeah, dude, I'm kind of excited for it. I don't know. I probably won't get one right away, but in a few years.
That's probably smart. A smart idea. Big thing at Christmas. I try to get all the consoles when they come out because
Yeah.
it's a flex, and it's like one of my main hobbies. So it's like I don't mind spending money on it.
Yeah.
But
Well,
some cool stuff came out.
They've announced that there's a new Mario Kart. I'm aware of that. And
Mario Kart World.
you can play as the cow from Moo Moo Meadows.
Yep, you can play as the cow from
Cool.
Moon Meadows.
I don't really know anything else about it. That's the only thing I saw.
Yeah.
You can use the controllers like a mouse, which is pretty neat.
Okay.
Yeah, I did see that.
It's all backwards compatible.
They'll probably have a new Zelda game on there. They'll probably have a new Mario
Well, they have you can
Party.
get Zelda old Zelda games that just came out. Oh shit! You can get the last two Zelda games that came out. But they're upgraded.
Ah.
I don't know how I feel about this. Like, I feel like Nintendo does this every other console where they're like, "This is the same thing, but
This is Skyward
Better?
Sword HD
question mark."
versus
But here's the
Skyward
thing.
Sword.
I hate it, man.
See, the thing is, the Switch is awesome. It just sucks on the inside. It's just a piece of shit
Okay, yeah.
Android phone from 2014 or something.
Okay. Yeah.
So now it's like now it's like an Android phone from 2022.
Okay, so it's only 3 years outdated now.
Yeah, but they runs at the screen's better. It goes to 1080. There's a Donkey Kong
Yeah.
game coming. There's
Yeah,
a Mario Kart game coming.
My other gripe is also with the redesign of Donkey Kong.
Did they Yossify him, as the kids are saying?
No, they mookified him. Really, if anything,
Yeah,
I don't
he
know.
just looks goofy, man.
Yeah, they goofed him up. Like he looks a lot like dumber. Like I don't think
he
like
wears pants and suspenders now.
I like that. I think that's fun. I mean, you probably unlock a classic skin in there. I would imagine. Like they gave Mario a bunch of costumes in his game, Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've never played a Donkey Kong game other than like the shitty one where like he's throwing barrels at you and you're the guy.
I mean, this
or
looks
whatever.
kind of cool. Looks like you can destroy
Break everything.
stuff. Like you can just punch through walls and dig through the ground and stuff. Like that's
Literally
yeah.
everything.
You know what? It does look pretty cool.
Yeah.
I think maybe I could get over his goofy.
I think
fucking
that Donkey
aesthetic.
Kong, right? He had this. Obviously, he loves philosophy. He's definitely very stoic, right?
Oh yeah.
He's stone faced. They had to make him a little bit more expressive, I guess. But yeah, he's kind of trending Luigi, like in Luigi's Mansion. He's always got
Yeah.
he does a lot of facial expressions because he gets spooked really easily, and he makes a lot of sound effects too. So he's trending a little goofy.
Yeah, I think they're definitely like making him. It looks like he's a lot not as intelligent. Maybe now they're defining the Kongs a little bit more. Because
Yeah.
before it was
Maybe-
just Donkey Kong, Diddy Kong, the smaller one with the hat, and then the woman one. Like
And then
This
the
is like-
grandpa.
yeah,
Maybe
funky,
this is
but-
like 15-year-old Donkey Kong, right? So he's
It's a
still like,
prequel.
yeah, he's still developing. He's
Right.
not full adult yet. That's why he looks like an idiot.
and we're getting some Kirby games, and that Kirby game you played is going to come out on the Switch. Zelda, the last two ones. So it's going to be pretty cool. It looks like pretty hype moment. Can't wait to spend $600 on a thing. It's like $550, I think, is the real price,
Yeah.
which is a lot. And Trump did that. I saw I did that sticker, but it's Trump now. So got him. They got his ass.
Yeah.
Nice, dude.
Get fucked.
Nice. You know what? It was all worth it. It was all worth it. Because that's why I did that sticker. We got him back.
We got him. Boys, we got him. Hey, speaking of kind of the government and stuff, not really. I just wanted to bring up that the Real ID thing. You guys probably have Real IDs at this point because you guys have moved to different places. Maybe you got a new license.
I probably should, but I don't.
I have a real ID. I never got a Colorado driver's license.
Okay.
Like,
Hey, well, if you have a passport, you don't really need a Real ID. But the Real ID thing is apparently happening like next month. But I wanted to bring up Real ID for the purposes of talking about when do you think this Real ID is coming to effect in this year, the year 2025? When do you guys think this Real ID project was first considered?
I
wasn't it like-
also want to play. When was it going to happen for real?
Yeah,
The last time.
Yes.
Like,
Yeah. So it sounds like you've heard of this, Reed.
Yeah, I have one. Like I have it. It's like, I mean, I fly. I was flying a lot more than you guys were, like, for a while. So like I see the ads about it at least for the past 5 years. I'd say like 2018 they probably started this initiative.
I don't know, dude. I kind of want to go out on a limb and say I feel like I had seen something saying that it was supposed to originally happen like before 9/11.
Oh.
Yeah,
Whoa.
so the concept of Real ID, it was there was some like an act of Congress, okay, which was passed in 2005.
Oh.
But it was in response to 9/11, so it just took them 4 years to pass this. It was originally
that's pretty speedy,
intended.
I think.
Sorry?
That's pretty speedy.
Pretty
as far
speedy.
as-
Yeah, because they enacted this in 2005. It was originally intended to take effect in 2008. But
Well, I
then,
mean, it's only 17 years since then.
they pushed it back a couple years. Then they pushed it back a couple more years, and then they pushed it back a couple more years. So this is like a 20-year project that was actually originally conceptualized 24 years ago that might finally be taking effect. But because this is actually coming up, apparently there are like really long lines at DMVs and stuff like that. And so it would make
I mean,
sense.
you only had 17 years to get one.
Yeah. But it would make sense, right, considering what we've got going on, maybe to push it back a little bit further. But I think that maybe other people have different ideas about what we should prioritize. In this
Well,
time.
how are you gonna know if you're a real American without a real ID? You know? Yeah.
Oh, man.
ID cards have never been used maliciously, bro. I don't know what you're talking about. Why can't they just get an ID card? Why can't these people who can't leave their job because they have to work all the time, or like don't have a car, or have to drive for 40 minutes to DMV and can't afford to wait in line? Why can't they get an ID, bro? Why don't they just? Why do they just vote? Yeah.
Well, Reed, you go to Japan, you come back a woke lib.
Oh man, it's almost. I mean, that's almost if I already was one. Hey, but please don't call me a liberal. I'm a progressive. God, please don't lump me with them liberals. Ugh. like Raphael Warnock, the radical liberal. Throwback meme, radical liberal Raphael Warnock. It's like 2017, I don't know, last time he lost. The good time he ran when he lost. But anyway, speaking of other shit in foreign countries, I was in Japan. You want to talk about something that was there and it's not U.S. politics?
Did you see any cherry blossoms?
I did. I did see some. I saw a lot of them. Very cool. But a lot of people. I saw a lot. I made a little joke too. Or I got Snapchat because I'm shit posting on Snapchat. I'm professional posting on the gram, right? Whereas like, oh look, it's
on the gram.
Oh yeah.
You're just fart posting.
Yeah. Tune in for when I'm gonna start number 3 on X, whatever that is.
Burp Xing.
Number 3 on X. Oh so like I did a little picture. It's like, oh look everyone, take my picture with the cherry blossoms. So they're like making fun of all the people like crowded around like the 1 or 2 trees that were there. And then I posted what it mean next to the cherry blossom because obviously I got a picture of the cherry blossoms, bro. That's why I'm there. Let me see them trees. You know, but yeah, they're cool.
It is kind of nice that like, I don't know, we're pretty disconnected from the natural world, but it's like, oh wow, this is like a cool thing, and a lot of tourists want to see this. And what this is just like, nature out there.
Yeah, so they got a lot of them, and they look cool.
They have cherry blossoms everywhere.
Yeah, in
right?
Baltimore, I think you could probably see some in the Baltimore D.C. area.
They do a big one in D.C. Yeah,
there's a lot in Seattle too.
Oh,
there you go.
Are they the same kind? Did I fly to Japan for nothing? Could I have just gone to Baltimore?
Yeah, they have a Nintendo store in Manhattan. So
I think I went to like 8 different Pokemon centers. I didn't buy stuff at every one. Like I only bought stuff at like the first 2 or 3 I went to. Well, because like they have different stuff at each one, and then also I'm not waiting in a long ass line to buy some fucking shit. Like
I feel like they should have. If there's so many Pokemon stores there, they should have like a Pokemon store passport.
PSP.
Yeah,
Not
a
Sony.
PSPP.
Yeah, they're on Instagram.
I don't know. I feel like, they should give you a little notebook that you can get little stamps from each Pokemon store.
They might have something. And maybe if you
National Parks
bring
situation.
the current Pokemon game, you can do something. I know like sometimes you go there and you can get like a legendary. Like you can used to, I think Pokemon it's a lot cooler than GameStop, but like I think they do similar promos.
Yeah.
Where like bring your Switch to GameStop and we'll give you a code for fucking shiny Gyarados. Or,
yeah.
I saw a statue of him. He was cool.
Wow.
He's hanging out at the Sky Tree. Each Pokemon Center has its own mascot.
Oh, nice.
Okay.
And Pikachu. Like, Pikachu's always there.
Yeah, Pikachu's always there.
Fucking Pikachu, man. But yeah, it's literally every... Like, there was like a 50% chance on anywhere... Actually, rather, here. It's like a 80% chance you will see Shohei Ohtani's face on something in Japan. You walk outside, he's on everything. He's on he's on the food inside 7-Eleven. He's on the ads that are on the 7-Eleven building. He's hucking fragrance. He's on the vending machines.
Oh yeah.
Tired of this Ohtani guy. Give me some more. Give me more Seiya Suzuka shit.
You come back to the States and you see a Adidas ad, and who is it, man? It's Shohei again.
Fuck. Give me some Seiya Suzuki or the other Japanese player that's on the Cubs.
I think this might have been while you were there. Maybe it was before. I don't know. But one of the American baseball teams went over to Japan and played.
Oh, you talk about the Tokyo, I have some of that shit. Go here.
They went to play against
MLB World Tour Tokyo Series where the Dodgers played the Cubs.
Oh, well, no, I actually meant one of the MLB teams played against one of like the Japanese league baseball teams, and the MLB team lost.
Oh shit.
Oh, was it? Please tell me it was the Dodgers, because basically they played the Dodgers and the Cubs played one game, and then the Dodgers and the Cubs like took turns playing like the Tokyo Giants, I think. Oh. Maybe the Hanshin Tigers. Like the Hanshin Tigers had their 10th anniversary this year. I was there too early to see a baseball game, and like it was surprisingly difficult to find like Japanese baseball team merch. I could only find like MLB merch. So, but this is pretty cool. It's like the program. I didn't go to the game. My friend did went to the Cubs Giants game, I think.
Damn, dude, that's sick.
And this like program's way better than like well, I guess this might be a magazine. It looks like a program, but I bought this at like a bookstore because I thought it was cool. And I could also give this as a gift to my baseball friends. It
was the Hanshin Tigers. They beat the Dodgers.
Yeah, scrubs. Fucking you didn't win shit. World Series of ass. That's more like it.
Yeah. It was an exhibition, so I mean, I don't know if all of the Dodgers were playing or what it was, but they won 2 games. So I think they played 2 exhibition games, and the Hanshin Tigers won both. So people were like, "Wow, is this Nippon League better than the freaking MLB? Who knows?"
It's like spring, like baseball, like just started. It's not. This is more Trent's thing. He knows all about the baseball, but that started like last week or something. It was like not very. Like they're not playing the good games yet. They got 160 games or something.
Yeah, they just started. Yeah, you're right. Like a week ago, I think most teams are probably 6 to 9 games in right now.
Nice.
Big news from the MLB is the Yankees hitting 15 home runs in their first like 3 games.
Will they play the Rockies?
I don't know who they played. I don't know who they played. It's not important, obviously.
Yeah.
What's behind all of these home runs is this new thing that's kind of been around for a couple of years, but it's really starting to take off now, called a torpedo bat.
What's that?
I literally learned about this 2 days ago.
This sounds like a Pokemon. Like that would be the
torpedo
name.
bat.
But that would be like, because if you go into the Pokédex, it says Pikachu is electric mouse, right? So you would have some kind of Pokemon whose like description is torpedo bat. It's a bat that's really fast. Like that's a cool idea. We just came up with here.
Bat pedo bat.
Pedo bat.
But anyway, yeah, this torpedo bat, literally like a regular bat, has a barrel, which is the thicker part of the bat, that's like pretty long. And there's a sweet spot in the bat that's maybe, I don't know, 3 or 4 inches wide, not the entire
Big enough. Adequate size. Great size.
But these torpedo bats, what they do is they take a lot of the mass of the bat and focus it into the sweet spot, making the sweet spot a little bit larger than the rest of the bat, and the end of the bat is a little bit smaller. So basically that's just making the ball go further.
I bet they didn't. I bet they're not gonna. I bet baseball fucking hardos are not gonna like that. I'll say it. I mean, I'm all for it.
A lot of people are kind of hating on it. I think mostly because it's the Yankees that are capitalizing on it.
Just buy the bats. It's like similar to like the tush. They're trying like that. There's like some NFL teams, like and like their head coaches or whatever. They're trying to like push for the tush push to be banned, which is it's like the QB sneak that the Eagles are really good at running and no one else can seem to figure it out. But like my response is the same one. Just fucking do it then.
Yeah.
Just do it. Just do it.
Also, I feel like if you put one of us in at coach, I feel like we'll be able to do it. It doesn't seem that hard. Like, what do you mean that it's only one team out of 32 who can accomplish this? You just have a bunch of big dudes and you push them through.
Yeah, you're just bad. You just suck. Figure it out. Just like, what do you mean, dude? Like, you have Josh Allen and you couldn't figure this out. You stink. You stink.
Yeah.
He's huge. You fucking are dumb.
There's a bunch of this in.
Just buy these bats. Buy the new bat.
There's a bunch of this in golf
Your MLB
too.
team.
I don't watch golf, but I am aware of this stuff because like my dad and my brother like golf. But they're like some putters specifically, where what they do is that the putter is like super long, and it's super long because it's supposed to go up and like touch your chest.
Yeah, and you like stick it in your elbow, and like you can like
Yeah.
putt really like, which is good because you don't want to break your wrist. That's what makes putting like hard.
Yeah.
If you tend to break your wrist, you have less control. I think they banned those. I
They
think
might
Or
have. But even
did
if they ban those, it's like there is some R&D on the balls. There's some R&D on the drivers and like
Yeah,
ensuring
they made
that
the
those have
balls
weight
too
in the
good
right
at
place.
one point. They had to
Yeah.
nerf the ball.
And it's funny too for golf, even more so than baseball. Like baseball, it's played in some of the stadiums are really old. You know, a lot of them I think have been upgraded and stuff. But like golf, like some of the most famous golf courses, like in Scotland and Ireland and
Augusta.
stuff, are from like 1,000 years ago, or not that long ago. But like people have been playing golf at these places for like 500 years, and it's like we're just too good for these things now. We're stronger. Our equipment is better. We can like do this in 2 shots. What it used to take like a little Scottish person like 10 shots to do 500 years ago.
I don't know. Either they buff the course or nerf the players. I don't know. Figure it out.
It could just be if you're playing at one of these historic courses, you have to, wear funny little pants and play with old-fashioned wooden clubs and stuff.
Or they just like weight class the thing. It's like this is a 100cc golf course. Sorry.
Right.
Not a fit. You can't go. No 200cc on this one.
No golf
mirror
courses, no golf carts, no metal clubs, whatever.
Yeah,
Go back to the old stuff.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway.
I don't know, but yeah, I
hate
don't know how
golf.
we got to this. We were talking
Baseball.
Baseball.
Japanese
Hanshin
team.
Tigers.
Hanshin
Yeah,
Tigers,
that's
baby.
right.
10th anniversary, Hanshin Tigers.
Nice.
Wow.
So, okay, tell us, we're getting kind of late into the episode.
Okay.
Yeah, let's hear about it.
Tell us, tell us your top 3 favorite activities that you did there.
Okay. I went to this one place nearby Osaka, and it has a bunch of these things called darumas. So the one I went to, Katsuoji. I should have pulled it up and had you pronounce this, like, because it doesn't look like I said it. It's Katsuoji with some weird phonetic stuff, and it's got these daruma dudes everywhere. These
I remember seeing some of your Instagram posts of these guys.
and it looks dope, and it's in the mountains, and like.
Is it like a temple situation, or?
Yeah, there's a lot of these temples, and like it was great, everything was cool and all, but I was starting to get like cathedral syndrome, where it's like, oh look, it's a cathedral, Oh, look, it's a temple. Wow, so good, so cool. Suge temple. Wow.
Right. Yeah.
And then they got like these. There's like everywhere, and you can like buy these little ones and just leave them out. And there's some kind of like goal. They're like a goal setting device where like you like set a short term goal and you like fill in their left eye, and then you have a long term goal which you write on the back. Like you do the short term goal and you like mark that off in like the sense like, oh, I'm gonna do that, and you start to choose. You just kind of assume you're gonna do the short term goal. You just kind of you say you have the intention, you scratch it off. It's like short term goal. Basically, you've got your own honor system, and then once you finish your long term goal, you finish the other one. You color the other guy's eye in.
Oh, nice.
So
do you get to like go back?
Yeah, I think that's just an elaborate con. It's like, oh, leave your guy here, so you have to come back and fill in your thing. So I just bought like 3 of them, so I wouldn't have to go back there.
Yeah, nice, dude. Those are cute. I like them.
That was one. I liked that place. This place wasn't that cool, but it's cool to talk about. Mm-hmm. There's like these deer. This Nara Park. It's just like this like park area, and it's littered with deer. Like these deers are just chilling out there all the time, and you can like feed them crackers and stuff. It's like a petting zoo, but the deers are just out there. There's no zoo. It's like these are the squirrels of the area. Also, didn't see a squirrel once. Like it was all just like either pigeons or not, like pigeons or nothing. All right, crows. I've been hearing crows. Crows sound neat. You don't hear a lot of crows near me, like in my day-to-day life. Yeah, so like, this was cool. There's also a giant Buddha in the town, so it's like a cool day trip you can go on.
Yeah, nice man.
And then this part
are the deer like I don't know. I feel like deer around here, around in the U.S. are a little bit skittish and can be mean.
Well, these guys have been classically conditioned to just sit there and eat the cookies that everybody brings, or just eat the garbage that is dropped. Like they just like, and you can tell which ones are the really successful ones because they're fatter than the other ones, and they just like they've realized, let me just stand at the congestion point, and people will give me crackers. Like let me stand at a congestion point near the entrance, and they'll give me this fucking cracker thing, because you give them back. You give these old ladies like 200 yen, and they hand you a little pack of crackers, and you can go and you feed these deer guys.
Damn, dude, that sounds like the life, man.
Himeji Castle.
New future life goal unlocked. When I die, I want to be reincarnated as a deer in the Nara Deer Park.
Yeah, it's like you're like the fattest cat on the walk. You know, you could chill there, and people would bring you food. And then this place was cool, Himeji Castle. So that was all stuff I did within like the first 5 or 6 days of being there. So I'm just like, these are just like some pretty highlight stuff I don't really have to go into. Big old Japanese castle that we didn't blow up in World War II, baby. Let's go. This one's original. But a lot of the castles you can go around and see, they just made them again, which is like, you know, it's kind of lame. It's kind of lame. I don't know, IMO. So this one didn't get bombed. We just missed this one. They like covered it. They just like covered it in black and like tarps or whatever, and they just missed it.
Huh.
Nice, dude.
That's funny.
Oh, they've got a Lego set. That's cool.
Yep, they got a Lego set. It's only $160.
Yeah.
Dude, Legos are expensive. They're too expensive.
Yeah, it's pretty ridiculous. Dude, speaking of Legos, though, while we're talking about Legos, I went to the zoo this weekend. My family was in town, so we took my sister's kids to the zoo. And I got this little, like, off-brand Lego gorilla.
Off-brand Lego gorilla, nice.
Yeah.
I thought that's Babe.
Are, like, so small. Like,
oh, is it a nano block?
Tiny little pieces. So.
Is it like these nano blocks that are like?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I built a couple of those. They are annoying. they are
it's not
annoying.
as fun as Lego. It's a little small for mine.
They're super small.
Sausage fingers, but.
Sausage fingers. Well, thank you guys for listening, and gals, and non-binary pals, all those in between, whatever you want to classify yourself as. Actually, that's 2025. You know, Never mind. Sorry, we forgot. We're back down to joking. Jodan, radical liberal here. But thanks for listening. We'll be back next week. We'll do more Japan shit because I gotta make up for being gone for 6 weeks. Six shows.
You're carrying us for at least 2 more episodes, man.
I heard that. Yeah. So stay tuned. We'll play some games on the next one. I have a couple of the small segments prepared, and we'll do some more. Oh, look at this place; it was cool, or this candy was weird. Write in, leave us a note on Instagram somehow, or contact us FKA the Pod, anywhere and everywhere. That's X, Threads, Instagram, YouTube. Check us out on YouTube. We spend a lot of time doing this YouTube podcast thing. It's kind of like you should check it out.
It's a growth platform.
Yeah, you can see my sick jacket that I got, my cool Asian jacket I got on there. All right, happy birthday, Merry Christmas. Stop.